Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another plant video. We are going to be talking about how to not get scammed today. There is one plant in particular that seriously gets under my skin. We're going to be talking about that guy today, and we're going to be talking about some plants that you should buy instead of that one, and some plants that I really like. We're talking splashy today. We're doing some Splashy Hoya. I hope you're ready. You guys know that I honestly always try to deter you guys from spending lots of money on splashy and variegated Hoyas, just because I do feel like there are so many varieties out there that I just do not see why somebody would choose to like buy the same plant just in a splashy version instead of just buying like a whole nother new beautiful different looking plant if they have the money for it. So basically that's what we're going to be talking about today. I hope you guys are ready. I was super motivated to make this video because I posted a story on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram already, you probably should. I keep you guys updated. I post on my stories all the time. I post all my beautiful plants that you may not see so much in my videos, and I'm kind of wanting to hit 10K and thinking possibly I might do a giveaway when I hit 10K there. So give me a follow and you guys might get some Hoyas. So I posted a story on my Instagram about my Hoya pubicalyx splash and how similar it seems to look to a Wilbur Graves. This tiny little leaf right here, it has such a beautiful splash on it that I just feel like it looks like if I were to chop this off and sell it on a Facebook page under Wilbur Graves, I'm pretty sure somebody would buy it. And I am trying to, I guess, warn you guys that there are scammers out there that might potentially do that. I've actually seen it a couple of times. You guys can get these guys at like your local nurseries probably for $12, $15, $20. So I just don't see the hype behind Wilbur Graves if a lot of people can barely tell the difference between the two. Obviously you can say, yeah, like this leaf right here doesn't look anything like a Wilbur Graves. Like that definitely looks like a pubicalyx. I could totally tell the difference between that. But when you get to smaller leaves that are a lot more similar to Carnosa variety type leaves, I'm pretty sure someone can get scammed. I do think that there are several other plants that are splashy and just as beautiful, less expensive or more expensive that I think you should save your money for instead. I just don't like the idea of you guys spending tons of money on barely splashy Wilbur Graves or splashy Wilbur Graves and then them potentially reverting for you in the future, and it's just gonna turn into a regular Carnosa. Like, why would you want that? So like I said, I want to share with you guys some other splashy plants that I think would be more worth your money than a Wilbur Graves. One of which being a Hoya Croniana Super Silver. You guys know how splashy and silvery this guy is. It is just absolutely beautiful. It has totally silver leaves. It's beautiful. It grows really fast, and it's just gorgeous. And it gives you that splashy fix that I think a lot of y'all need. I do think that it is on the less expensive side of splashy plants just because it is such a fast grower and it's kind of easier to make clones out of. So I feel like if this is in your budget more so, I think that you will get your splashy fix from this guy. Another one that I think is even cheaper than that guy is a Lacunosa Snowcaps, Lacunosa Silver Splash, whatever this is called. This guy has a really beautiful splashy leaves and it's just gorgeous. You can sometimes find these at Lowe's, you can sometimes find them at Home Depot and other big box stores, and I just think this is so much more worth your money than buying a Wilbur Graves. And I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for hating on Wilbur Graves, but I just don't understand why you would want to spend that much money on a plant. I am going to be going into some more expensive plants later on in the video. We're just kind of talking about the cheap ones right now. So the last sort of cheap splashy Hoya that I have to talk about, I actually personally don't have, but I do know that a lot of my friends have it, and it's a Splashiobavada. Obavadas give the most gorgeous, the most beautiful splash. I love them. They're so pretty. Those are a little bit harder to come by, but I do think that you might be able to find them at some garden centers, and you just kind of have to find like a gem every once in a while. But I do recommend that as opposed to buying a $200 plant. Moving into the slightly more expensive plants, I would say a Hoya Rangsan. Hoya Rangsands are already like originally splashy, and they're just so beautiful. They have these veins, their splash is super intense and super like prominent. I wouldn't say that it's going to go away on you anytime soon, and it's just like a stable splash. It's like what you need. And another one that I actually do not have, but I might want, I feel like the Rangsand has sort of quelled my desire for it, but I really do love the Macrophylla Snow Queens. Macrophylla Snow Queens are super splashy. They're super gorgeous. That gray, beautiful splash is just like mwah, scrumptious. I love it. And I really do want one, but I don't see myself really getting one anytime soon just because I feel like this little Rangsand I think might come close to it. So yeah. I really love those. Those are on the slightly more expensive side. I also recommend looking into Sigillatus because Sigillatus are also super splashy, but I know that that one doesn't quite hit the mark the way that the other ones do. And then another one that I have been seeing floating around a lot lately has been a Rinsei Borneo. I've been wanting this plant for forever. I really want this plant. It's gorgeous, it's splashy, it has like this purpley hue to it, a different kind of splash, a different kind of leaf, a different kind of growth pattern. I really love it and I recommend that one as well. The next one I am a little bit on the fence about, but it is the Hoya AH074. The only reason why I would consider buying this one is because it is on the less expensive side of splashy plants, and I don't know, I feel like the splash on this is pretty unique. The leaf shape is also pretty unique. I feel like it is closer to a pubicalix, but the splash on it has like such thick sections that I think it makes it a little bit different than the rest of the plants that I've talked about. But moving into the super expensive sort of save your money for plants, plants that I personally really want because I do believe that they're different and I do believe they're actually considered rare. I personally really love Hoya Silver Dollar. I believe it is also called like NB and then a number and the AG clone. These are gorgeous, like the smoothness of those leaves. It also can come in pink. It's like this full thick splash that's on these leaves and it's just amazing. Like I don't think I can describe how beautiful this plant is, but I do think that that sort of plant will run you several $100s. So if you do end up having the money for a Wilbur Graves instead of buying that Wilbur Graves, maybe save those $200 something and put it towards a silver dollar. Another plant that is actually technically a carnosa is a Nova Ghost, and I feel like a lot of you guys might not agree with me on this one because again, it's kind of the same thing as a Wilbur Graves in the sense that if it ends up reverting on you, then you get stuck with a regular carnosa. But with the Nova Ghost, I just feel like the leaves are significantly different. It has these sort of like holes in them and it just grows in a different pattern than a carnosa. So I wouldn't consider it a carnosa, I guess. And that's why I think it would be more worth it as opposed to buying a Wilbur Graves. I just don't like Wilbur Graves. Can you tell that I don't like Wilbur Graves? I would definitely recommend purchasing that over a Wilbur Graves because I think you are less likely to be scammed. Another one is a Hoya Polyneura Broguette. Hoya Polyneura Broguettes are freaking splashy Polyneuras. Like, why would you not want that? So again, 100% save that money that you were planning on buying a Wilbur Graves with and replace the Wilbur Graves with a Polyneura Broguette. Like, I think that's like an easy swap. And then the last one is my unicorn plant. It is just, I love it so much. It is the Hoya Nicholsonier New Guinea Ghost, and it is just so remarkable. I just enjoy the veininess. I love the little like teardrop pattern that it has. It also comes in this like pinky kind of color if it's sun-stressed. It's just amazing. I just can't explain how gorgeous that plant is. I need it. I want it. I don't think it grows as slowly as like other gray plants do, which is another reason why I kind of prefer that one. That one I think is at the top of my expensive plants that I might never get list. I love gray plants as much as the next guy, but I just don't think that you should be spending this much money unless you've already collected tons and tons of Hoya and you've already kind of you know, got a collection going. Obviously collect what you love and what you want, but I just think that there are so many different kinds of varieties of Hoyas out there that you should not be scammed into buying a $200 Pubicalyx under the name Wilbur Graves. Somebody in my messages said that buying a Wilbur Graves over a Splashy Pubicalyx is like buying a designer bag over a regular old bag, and I just disagree. I disagree because I really think that if people can't even tell the difference between whether or not it's actually a Pubicalyx or actually a Wilbur Graves, most of the time on Facebook and stuff, I honestly think that it's like buying a designer bag over a very, very close designer bag faux dupe thing off of AliExpress that you spend significantly less on. I mean, this guy is $12. Like, it's $12 and it gives you all the splash that you need, I promise. I hope this video was helpful. I hope I enlightened you about some stuff. I am a Wilbur Graves hater. I am also kind of a Splashy Hoya hater, but I honestly think the Splashy Hoya hater in me is just jealous. So I am fully willing to admit that, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you guys have any other Splashy Hoya suggestions to recommend, definitely go and leave those in the comments down below. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!
There's like motorcycles and stuff in the background. Hey guys, welcome back to my plant. What? The word hype makes me sad. Oh, my foot is asleep. Holy cannoli. Fun fact, this opinion actually made someone accidentally call me an annoying bleep. So, you know, take this information with a grain of salt.